Hello and welcome everybody. We have the global lab update from July 4th. First off, we have the first Wukong changes. So we have on the main or succession tab, the gourd skill is getting improved. So the rotation is going, the character rotates according to the camera direction until a certain point before attacking. They've also lowered the HP regen overall. In the final state, 400 is turning into 200. Burn It, the skill, they've added the effect of recovering 100 HP, 100/100 in Buddha form when hitting successfully, so that's where a bit of HP recovery is going. Leisurely, another skill, when using a skill, the camera rotation effect has been removed, and while using a skill, you can also use it in the air without any problems. Improvements have been made to allow you to use the skill more smoothly. Riot as well, they changed that the falling motion does not occur below a certain height when using a skill. However, when using a skill from an excessively high position, a falling motion is output. They've also changed so that movement and attack actions while using the skill do not collide with monsters. Did you think it was over? As far as I know, the spacebar skill, they've increased the speed at which a character rotates relative to the camera when using the skill. However, the time the character can rotate has been reduced depending on the camera rotation. Fighting Victory, when using the skill in the Buddha state, I believe it is, the amount of magical power consumed has been changed from 3.4 to 2.5%. Burn Up, they've improved the character movement according to the camera rotation during the pre-attack motion while using the skill, and when using the skill Burning Up while using the Near-Earth Cloud, the movement and attack movements immediately after use have been changed to not collide with monsters again. Where are you running away to? They've improved the character movement according to the camera rotation again during the pre-attack motion, and while using the Near-Earth skill, the movement and attack movements immediately after use have been changed to not collide with monsters again. Crush It, they've improved the character movement again to the character camera rotation in the pre-attack motion, and when using the crushing skill while using the Near-Earth again, the movement and attack movements have also been changed to not collide. Not burning, the control keys for the fire skill have been changed from right click in the air to left click in the air. The skill cooldown is going from 7 seconds to 5 seconds, and accordingly the specialization stage has been changed from 2 to 1. And in the description of the operation of the fire technique, the description has been added regarding the activation while using the leisurely or near-death techniques. The control feel when the character moves to the left in the battle standby stance has also been improved. We have further class modification and changes for Wukong. So changing from the combat stance to a non-combat stance using the tab key while moving. The speed of the movement has been changed to be faster. The issue where the skill would not activate even when the left mouse button was pressed in certain situations when using the Ryu Banks training skill has been fixed. Wukong's facial expressions have been modified to be more distinct when using techniques, something I think almost no one notices. Fix an issue where the character would move too far to the left and then stop when trying to stop in the battle stance. The weapon has been modified to be naturally exposed when the character climbs over terrain feature in a combat stance. The issue where the auto move T function could not be used in certain combat standby positions has been fixed. Wukong Explode, the issue with the skill description did not display the effect of reducing attack and casting speed by 15% for 5 seconds has been fixed. And the issue where some characters' appearances were unnatural during certain actions has been fixed as well. Content-wise, we have energy burn being adjusted a little bit. The energy burn for the combat and life XP buff was set to level 50 or higher. This will be lowered to 35 or higher. Item-wise, we have the King's secondary weapon and Adana's armor being released with the adventure damage. This is pretty much the extra +1 AP on the pen, hex, and sept taps. So here we can see the increase in the case where if you have pen, it's +1. If you have hex, it's +2 already. And on sept, it's +3. So when upgrading the King's main weapon and awakening weapon into with a Garmoth heart, the effect of adding +3 to indicate attack power is also added. For the main weapon, which has been improved with the Garmoth heart, an additional +50 accuracy will be added when it is released in the Adania region. So this will be later on, once the Adania region comes out, they will then add the accuracy. They also added the ability to upgrade the main weapon with the Garmoth Heart. That has been reversed to the inverse Garmoth Heart. However, the primary weapons other than the King Sovereign primary weapon cannot be upgraded. The description for the item Heart and the inverse Heart, Heart of Karanda, and Heart of Kutum have also been improved to show this. We will also be getting the Garmoth Heart next patch update. So this is to match the increase of demand. Also, the Bloodstone chance is being increased by 2.3 times compared to before. However, the probability for the packages remains the same, but for the top 5 and top 20 adventurers in the damage contribution on the server can obtain the Garmoth Bloodstone at a set probability, which has been increased. Also, the challenge to obtain the inverse heart will be available from Wednesday, July 9th till regular maintenance on November 26th. You need to have a character that is level 61 or higher and over 200 hours cumulative playtime, and the main quest Abyss 1 Magnus must be complete as well. Then we have the Claw's New Moon Seed Pouch coming. This is a seed pouch that you can get from your Black Spirit. So it can store up to 50 seeds. Items stored in the pouch can be moved into your bag and then planted on a fence, so you won't be able to plant from the bag itself. The quest to obtain the new pouch can be completed once per household, and it is done by talking to your Black Spirit and then doing the quest Cultivation Claw's New Moon Seed Pouch and completing this quest. Blackstar Kutum secondary and weapon change notice. This does not seem to be a thing that is coming next patch. This is purely a information ahead of time. So at the Heidel Ball, they do mention that when your attack power was 310 or higher, they've informed that additional monster attack power would increase by 5 for every 1 notated attack power added. But later, during the balancing process, they changed it so that the additional monster attack would increase by 8. So they do say, please note that these figures are subject to change through ongoing verification prior to the updates. So we don't have a date for this yet, but here we can already see it. So in the case of the Black Star offhand, or pretty much when the secondary Sovereign is coming out, or Sovereign offhand, the additional attack power of monsters in the Black Star and Kutum secondary weapons will be increased. The increase of monster additional attack power is 104 on the Pen Black Star and on the Pen Kutum. So here we can see the increase from the Pen Black Star going from 67 to 171. In the case of the Kutum, going from plus 62 to plus 166. And here we can see a comparison of the maneuver. Due to the much bigger AP spread on the maneuver, the Kutum will gain extra monster AP up to 166. Here we can also see a comparison of the Black Star subweapon to the Sovereign. So here we can see 33 and 35 with the 171, and then the Sovereign offhand is at 47, 49 at base. Monster Zone wise, they've changed the way that you can get the daggers in Ataraxian already. So you will get the dagger when, instead of completing the quest, you will get it once you defeat the boss. So pretty much if you defeat the normal level boss, you will get the dagger for the normal run. If you defeat the Elvia, you will get a dagger for the Elvia runs. Knowledge and quest-wise, they changed that horses are not automatically summoned when completing the Wukong opening quest in Sumyong Dong. UI-wise, they added a feature that allows you to conveniently use the energy of other characters in your family when performing the following actions. So this will be added for the worker contract and the Patrigio secret shop already. Also, the list of the other characters' auras has been improved so that the currently logged in character is at the top. Fixes and changes, they have some in general. The description of the following performance requests has been removed. The phrase that Shy only can perform them. They've also fixed an issue where the Young Lion of Heidel quest could not be completed after completing the Kelfion Banquet quest. When composing using a music album, a phenomenon of the sound being cut off when using multiple instruments or playing continuous notes has been partially improved. The description of the use of the Watcher skill in the quest Archer Unlock Watcher Real Battle has been revised. They also fixed an issue where items would occasionally be loaded when scrolling through the barter information window. Also some issues on the visibility settings for accessory parts were not saved as smoothly. Also fixes on characters getting stuck on the terrain in Olin Valley in the AOS. Ranger, they fixed an issue where the ear area would appear awkwardly exposed when wearing the Thrill helmet. Wizard, they fixed an issue with the appearance when wearing Mountain Draw's Lion's Martillo underwear and Canterville costume. Wukong, they fixed an issue where the gross support Blackstar quest could not be completed with the Wukong class. They've also improved the way the health is automatically restored during the battle in Sanzang during the opening quest for Wukong. If you fall off the bridge during the battle in Sanzang during the opening quest, you will now be able to climb up the stairs. Also, an issue where automatic guidance was not provided in the quest has been fixed. Wukong also has another issue where the character would not look at the camera. This will be fixed. And Wukong Canyon Jade Pearl has been changed to be awarded as a reward for completing the Ascension or opening quest. If you have already completed the quest, activating the general quest type and complete Black Spirit's gift Canyon Jade Pearl through the Black Spirit to receive it. Pad mode or controller mode, when hiring a worker, the issue with the selection box would remain in the area where the selection was cancelled after selecting has also been fixed. And with that, we have this update already done. For the recap, energy burn, always nice. I'm still hoping that they maybe create a full-on energy transfer between characters. That would be the best. Dungeon changes, it's nice. I didn't really see an issue with it, but hey, all works. The AP, the fact that the monster AP is being lifted on the Black Star, also really great, making them not as useless right away, but still lifting them. This would be somewhat interesting to see, but I think it's mostly just for balancing for their upcoming changes. Seed bag, I'm a bit sad that you can't plant from the bag itself, but it'll still help me keep some extra seeds on hand. The free Garmoth heart being temporary till November 26th, really nice. It makes sure that the market can recover. Sure, the Garmoth Bloodstones will be more common as well, but hopefully prices will recover. Otherwise, free 3 AP coming pretty much next Thursday. So if you're getting close to that 352, you should be able to reach it. And otherwise, content, yeah, okay. Allowing the buff to be at level 35, great. And also the Wukong changes look good. They look a bit soft for now, but at the same time, it's better to take this in small steps and have a Wukong update each week than to try to overtune this class again. And with that, I say thank you.